Okay, let's take a look at WinHex. I'm going to right click on, this is off the DVD. I'll say copy. And I'll paste it into one of my folders. Open up folder, just right click in some white space and you choose paste. And then when it finishes, you can right click on it and choose extract all. And then just click extract. And here's winhex.exe. Now, if you try to run this directly, see, it'll take you right in here. This setup you see right here, if you run that, then it'll go through the process of setting everything up. So I'll go into WinHex. Okay. Then under the file here, you can do an open, and you see a lot of these have creating disk image. So you're seeing kind of the same tools in a lot of different places. Okay, I'll do a file open, and I'm going to choose see, this PC, go into Windows, go in my temp folder. I got a lot of files here. Here's my images, and I'll go into this one. Now, you see here I got pinkpanther.jpg, and over here you see a lot of different code you do not recognize, but it also indicates what kind of file type it is. See, it says JFIF. Well, if I were to close this, create new file. Nope. I'm probably looking right at it. Okay, let me exit then. And okay, I didn't see a close on there. And let me open up the temp folder, specifically this one. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to right click on that and choose. I don't see a rename there. Let me go to the folder itself. And our images. Right click on this and there's rename. Okay. And I'll rename this DOCX. And if you change it, it might become unusable. I'll go ahead and say yes on that. And actually, if I try to double click this now, it'll try to bring up Word because DOCX is a Word extension. I'll say, okay, sorry, there's a problem with it, and so forth. Do you want to recover the contents? No. Okay. Well, if I go back to my WinHex and I bring up WinHex. If I do a file open and open up Pink Panther, you notice the fact that I renamed the extension on the end does not mean that it changes the name within the file. And I can see here, okay, well, that's not the Word document that I was believing. So if I swore there's got to be a close here. Okay, close that. Let me go rename that file back. So right click on that, choose rename, and this should be JPEG. And I'll click yes. There have been times where I've wanted to know what kind of file I was dealing with. Maybe for some reason when I did a restore, the extension's gone on it. And WinHex is a nice tool for determining that real easy. Though any hex editor is that can open files. Okay, so open that up and you see then there's our JFIF. Actually even tells you some more information over here. Tells you when it was created, last write time, edit mode, file size, clipboard available, temp folder, so forth. And then there's some options across the top here. If we want to open a file, you can click that. Save, make backup copy, print it, properties, open directory. Here's where you can do some searches. Find text. Okay, now if I come here, it'll highlight this, and I can change it. Like I put a 5 there. I think it was a 4. Let me go ahead and save that. Are you sure you want to update it? Yeah, I do. Let's see what in the world that did. And this is just understanding better about what happens when you change one piece of information. Cannot open this file. So we changed one item and it messed up the file. What was it, a 4? Okay, let me put it back. Click save. And yeah, I want to save it. Let's say. Thought I still had it open. Are you sure you want to update it? Yes. Invalid file. User.txt. Do not proceed. Okay. Yeah, saved as JPEG. Do a file save as Pink Panther 2. .jpg. It does not like that. Fact that I changed that one item. Okay, let's close that, or actually just close WinHex. Let me bring it down to the file. Let's play some more. Actually, let me create a file. No, let me bring down a file. Okay, I'm lying. And I'll go to google.com, and Pink Panther. Okay, and I'll save this one. So I'll right click on that, do save image as, and I'll put it under the images folder, and I'll call this pink new.jpg. There we go. Okay, let's go back to our WinHex. Okay, and let me do a file open and bring in a pink new. Okay, so we got a file here. This time I'll go down here and we'll try to change something. This says 78, so let me change that to 76 and save that and click yes. What I'm demonstrating here is how sensitive these files are when one little change gets made. It still worked, didn't it? You probably didn't even notice any kind of change. Okay, let's just start changing a bunch of stuff. 05, 8A, FA, 30, 1B. Now that's very specific what I'm changing here. You notice that there's nothing above an F. There's no G or so forth. So if you try to put G in here, hopefully it'll give you an error. Okay, let me save that. And still doesn't like the fact that I okay, let me say create a new file. Okay, now let me try to open it. Oh, you have to right click on it. There it is. Save that. Okay. Right click on that, close. I don't know why they don't have the file close up here unless I'm just still not seeing it. Okay, so I bring this up. Change that to 52. I'm really not sure why it won't let us save that. One change and it does that to the file. When you're working with retrieving files, You're probably not going to be good enough to go into a file and know the exact structure. Like, what was that I just changed? I have no clue. It'd probably take me a year studying the structural format of JPEGs to understand all the different components here. I do know that this top part is your header information for your file. And if you change something in here, and I thought I might have been far enough down where I wouldn't do it, it doesn't change the actual image, it just messes up the header so you can't even look at the image anymore. Down here though, I assumed this was the body, and I thought if I change something down here, then I'd be fine. Now let's see if it lets me do another change. Before it didn't. So I click save on that. And yeah, okay, invalid file. Interesting. Let me close that and do another file open. Okay, so let me scroll down. Make that a 12 for B, 8 or 3A. Okay, save that. Let's see if it lets us save it. Okay, it looks like one edit's okay, but if we try to push it and do 2 edits, then that's where it's squawking at us. Okay, if I bring this up now, looks like it's been shifted a little bit more. This is the frustrating part, is since these files are designed in this manner where one little change happens and it can mess up your file. Now some graphics packages, and I'm just giving you extra information here. The book talks about, I encourage you to explore WinHex and don't play with a file that means anything to you. But some applications have got around this. Like if I go into Word, and I'm still getting used to this Windows. Okay, go to Microsoft Office, go to Word, wherever it's at, there it is. Okay, click blank document. Dear Mom, everything is going well. Hope you like this letter. Love, David. Okay, so I've created a file here. I'm going to click save. And choose the computer, browse, and C drive. And I want my temp folder. Dearmom.docx. Okay, so I click open. Or did that say open? Save. Long day. Okay. You think, okay, not too big of a deal. Now if I do a file open, go back and I want to choose that file. There it is. Content types.xml. That's interesting. If I scroll down here, looking at different information, trying to see if I recognize any other names in there. Oh, here's some stuff. Word/document. Word/theme/ Word/setting. That's very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna right click on that. Okay, now let me go to the temp folder and sort this so I can see my newest one. There's my Dear Mom. It says Microsoft Word document. Now if I right click on this and choose rename and change my extension at the end to a zip, and press enter, and then click yes. Now, if I double click this file, I notice that all of a sudden it has a bunch of folders. And here's the content types.xml. I can click these folders, and it's got different files contained in here. The new and this, of course, this new is applying to this specific version of Word I'm using here, but it's saving it in a zip format. Now the idea behind it was, and you saw how easy it was to corrupt the file just by going into WinHex and changing one item in there. I made it so I couldn't even open it. Well, the idea would be that we're going to store it into a collection of XML files. And XML are just text-based files, such that if one item gets changed on it, then it won't necessarily destroy your entire file. You can recover a lot of it. Like here, if I right-click on this, I'm not sure what open does. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, good. I want to choose Notepad. And then click OK. Then this gives us the XML file. Now, XML is a way of storing data in text. Binary is what we were looking at before. The idea of text is you can hopefully recover it a little bit easier. Now, I don't know where my actual file is actually stored at, to be honest. Core app. Let's look at some of these. If I open... don't see anything exciting there. You see it says a template being used, has number of characters, has a lot of different information. If you're going into programming, XML became a standard way to transmit data. Right click on that, and here's who created it. This would be important that if you're working with a Word document, realizing that these XML can contain the different information you might want to find, who the creator was. Let's try this one. See what's in this. Part name. I'm still having trouble finding where my actual file is. Document. You think that'd be in there? Okay, let me choose open. There it is. Dear Mom, hope everything is going well. Some of these right here may refer to different settings in Word. I don't think I changed very much, but you see it talks about footer, left, bottom, right, and so forth. So in theory, I could extract this file. I could make some changes directly to this. I could then zip it back up, rename it to DOCX, and have my changes. I say in theory. I never have done that, but let's go ahead and try it just for fun. Okay, so I go to Dear Mom, right-click on it, and I'll say Extract All, and save it to that folder. And then I'm going to Word, go to my document, to right-click on it, and I'll say Edit. And it brings up WordPad. Hopefully WordPad, oh, that makes it real easy to read. Dear Mom. Control F. Mom. Where's Mom? There it is. Dear Dad. Okay, so let me click Save. Hopefully it just saved it in text format and didn't save it in WordPad format. I should have probably did an open with, but we'll try it. Like I say, I haven't played with this. Okay, so I got those selected. I'm going to select all those. And I don't know if I need to go back one more folder, but I'll go with that. And I'm going to say Send to, compress zip folder, and New Document. Now it's a zip file, so I'm going to right-click on it and choose Rename, DOCX. Okay. I don't guarantee this will work, but let's see. The WordPad might have messed up the file. No, there it is. Dear Dad, hope everything's going well. Hope you like this letter. I remember one time at a place I worked, a woman came up and she was upset because her 70-page ISO document had got corrupt. And the person that she talked to could not see it in the current current place where the backup would be. And so he told her she better start typing. Oh, she was mad. She went to the supervisor, and it was a big uproar over it. They finally did find an old version that she could go off of. But that's the worst part. You got a 70-page Word document. You get one byte that gets screwed up in your hex, and all of a sudden you can't read the file. Now, I couldn't tell you if the new format for Word documents is any more successful, but that was a big push at one point in time to make everything XML based, so you could, in theory, retrieve all this information easier. I could even write a program that would go through this document.xml and recover the information. May not be able to recover all the fonts and everything correctly, but recover that. Anyway, that just shows you an application of the hex editor, where maybe if you didn't know what you were doing in that file, you could go in and fix the header file. If you knew, for example, that JPEGs always started with the same sequence. And let's see that. Let me go to my Pink Panthers here. I'll right click on this and let's see, save image as, and this will be pink 12.jpg. This one I'll right click, save image as pink 13.jpg. Okay, go to WinHex. Let me close some of these. Okay, so do a file open and images. Probably looking right at it. There it is. Okay, I got 12 and I got 13. I held down my control to choose both of them. I clicked the first one, held my control, clicked the second one. Okay, so then we got FFD8. FFD8. I wonder if I can tile these in some manner. Window. Tile horizontally. Okay, so let's say this first one in this file, pink 13, got screwed up. It's AA. Hopefully that messes it up. Okay, I'm going to click save on that, and you sure you want to update that. So I'm going to close pink 13. And hopefully that messed it up. Yeah, it looks like it did. Okay, so that file's screwed up now. Let's try to restore it. I'm not very good at this. There's an art to restoring files, and I definitely don't have the art. We're just kind of giving you an introduction here. Pink 13, let me do a window, tile horizontally. Instead of AA, it should be FF. So I'm going to click save. Save that. And close pink 13. And let me find the folder again. Well, where's it at? Okay. Images. Helps if you weren't blind. And I see pink 13. And all of a sudden my file is fixed. So by using that, then I could restore it. Part of the problem is, though, I got lucky. Tile horizontally. You know, how much of this has to be the same to be your header? So this is where you have to have a little bit more information. It looks like me down to about right here. It's definitely the same. I got a bunch of white space, and this right here is where it appears to be different. Maybe that's true. But then again, you know, if you're going to do this for a living, you probably can research that. So if you got a damaged JPEG file, then you can fix the header by going into this tool. Now, if it's damaged down here in the middle, like the one I messed up, like this one right here. Well, that's probably not so easy to fix, but it could be if you understand more about the JPEG format. Anyway, that was a demonstration of WinHex and what's the benefits of being able to edit the hexadecimal. Now, in case you're wondering what hexadecimal is, it's a different base system for storage purposes.